Well, we're getting down to it. We got the bumper out and the NACA duct and the little brake tube, cooling tube here. That's all the parts are there. You see this area here where it's been trimmed out and cut clean twice. There's quite a difference in surface height there. You can see this has been repaired more than once, maybe more than twice. You can see that distinct line. You see it there? You see the shadow? Right there? Right there. And it's already, you can see that there's black paint or whatever, something on it to hide the sin. You see there's a patch or a repair that was done after because it's on top of this black colored stuff. And you can also see the rise or the surface difference where they had cut it out and patched it in. So there are multiple repairs here. This one here, that whole corner is a great big air pocket, a great big air void, so it's not strong at all. The patch is stiff because it's full of resin, but it's not very well done. And I'm not going to mention any names. I've actually worked on this cart, the cart that this nose belongs to. I've actually done fiberglass work, not on the nose, but on the side pod. And I also did engine motor mount for the CR250 on this, mounting the engine to the cart. Ran some cooling, aluminum cooling lines, so we had to bend and form and fit the cooling tubes to the chassis. So did a bunch of work on this cart. It's a bunch of years ago now, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago now. But didn't really do any work on the nose. But where it came from. And the owner that owned it when I worked on it, admittedly will tell you I'm not a fiberglass expert, and he just did what he needed to do to fix up whatever was going on with the hole there, which is cool. Therein lies the issue when we talk about fixing something properly and just doing a cosmetic repair. What we end up with, let me sit down, with is a cosmetic repair structurally. Is the integrity of that structure, is it proper? And that's really all that matters. It isn't, I mean, if you don't want to spend any money, but you want it strong, we're doing a structural repair and not one that's cosmetic. Or both. It's not structurally right and cosmetically right. So that's what we need to do with the fellow that owns this here. We'll give him a call, and ideally, usually what a customer is going to say is not what's the difference in the structural repair or the integrity of the piece when it's done. They're going to want to know what the difference is money-wise. What's the difference? How much is a cheap repair, and how much is a correct repair? Using my own terms. And generally, there's obviously a difference in cost because there's a difference in the amount of time it takes to do it, and the distance that you're going to go to chase every little deficiency in the fiberglass itself to make sure it's repaired correctly. Knowing that this is on a cart, on a specific type of cart, a 250 European cart, that this is going to continue to happen. Me personally, I would want to, although the attitude of the nose is adjustable on these carts, you should be able to adjust it so it doesn't do this. Now, from what I understand, the reason this continues to happen on these low spots, is because the driver is getting onto the rumple strips, either at the apex of the corner, or if it's a proper racetrack, it has rumple strips coming off the corner where you track out. They might even have rumple strips on the entrance where you track in on the outside of the corner before you start to turn in. So you get off the track and haul into the grass, and you really don't know what you're going to get, right? I mean, there could be anything out there. And of course, getting back onto the track is never a smooth transition from the grass. So you're really taking your chances. So that's primarily where this kind of stuff happens. Especially on a nose that's the attitude is adjustable. You would have just adjust it. So, I mean, if it's just hitting the ground, the track is rough or whatever. Transitions in the pit lane or something where there's cracks and you scrape, you would adjust for it. Obviously not too much to where it affects the handling of the aerodynamic handling of the cart, but that's why they give you those adjustments on these type of carts, primarily for tuning at high speed, but also so you can get around some of this massive mashup when you put them off the track. You're supposed to keep them on the asphalt, right? We're not agricultural racers. We're supposed to stay on the track, not on the grass, not on the curbs. So there we go. We'll give this fellow a call and see what he thinks. About the different levels of repair. And actually, this one side here, on this side, has really only got this little tiny spot here. All this is still solid. There's no structural damage there. We could probably just clean it up on the inside and fill that bit, and then if he just wants to do a structural repair, it won't take too long, and it won't cost him a heck of a lot of money. But we'll leave that ball in his court to volley, so to speak. So that's it. We're going to go in and we're going to get cleaned up and head in and have us some dinner. We'll get out here tomorrow after we get an answer from this guy and show you what he's decided to do and how we're going to go about doing it. Love y'all. Take care.